What it is, guys, this your boy kingmiked Games coming at you with another video, and I want to say happy new year to everybody. Hope everybody has a prosperous year this year, and everything comes to light that they would like. Now, I know a lot of people, like I said in my last video, people who are really engaged to my channel has seen my collection before, but this is for the people who are new to my channel, who haven't seen everything, or people who are going to be watching it for the first time this year. So bear with me, all right? Now, I have a total of 1,060 games and 24 consoles. I'm going to be doing a little breakdown, showing you guys what I have in my collection, all right? Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I want to start right over here with this little small section right here. And this section right here, I have a small little bitty like Nintendo stuff and assorted Sega stuff. So let's start from the top. You see some Super Famicom games. I have another one right there. I have a little Nintendo collection right there. Little GameCube collection. Like I stated in previous videos, Nintendo is very expensive to collect for. So I'm very picky in what I get when it comes to Nintendo. Or if I see something for a good price, I'll have no problem getting it. And here are some Japanese Nintendo GameCube games right there. My small Wii collection, my small Wii U collection, and I have assorted very small N64 collection. See, it's all dusty over here. N64 sort of collection and Sega Genesis behind there. And let me see what else I got. I have some Dreamcast games, and I have 2 Japanese Dreamcast games as well. I want to really build that Dreamcast collection up. So here's this little bitty part. Wanted to get this little area out the way. Now I'm going to move on to some of my consoles right here. So right here I have my original Xbox right there. Still works. I have my Wii U, and the gamepad is down there. I have my original PlayStation 3, the backwards compatible one that plays PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. And I bought this system last year in December. It works good, but it does get extremely hot. Now, I don't use this console that much. If I really want to play a game, I would play it on the other consoles. I just got this more or less for a novelty. I mean, because everybody I know who has these original ones, it does not work, or it overheats and it shuts right off. And I even have the original controller with no DualShock. A lot of people might not know, when this PS3 came out, they had got into a little bitty, I guess you can say, had a little problem with the DualShock company, and the first PS3s did not have DualShock. They did not vibrate, and it was very weird. All right, so very happy to still have this in a collection to work. Next up, I have my fat PS2 right there. Never forget, I got this for $25 at a Goodwill. This thing is like brand spanking new. Usually when you see these out in the wild, or see them period, when you turn it around, it has all the dust clogged up. When I got this thing, squeaky clean, no issues. The disc tray opened up perfectly fine, no stuttering, no nothing. So I'm very happy to still have that. Next up is my Nintendo GameCube. I got that for $10 with the box back there at a Salvation Army. The only thing I had to buy was the controller, and that is not an original GameCube controller. It's a knockoff controller that looks just like the original one. So that's still not too bad. Next up, I have Xbox 360. I think they call it the E console. I think it's the E console, like the newer model. And this was a Walmart exclusive console that you only could get at Walmart. You kind of see it's kind of like the Walmart colors, I guess you can say. But I got this at a game store. I got this at Gameplay in Long Beach. And I've never seen another one of these consoles out in the wild. So if you guys see one of these, pick it up. It was only exclusive to Walmart. The only other way I think you can get them now is possibly through another mom and pop game store. Other than that, it's going to probably be hard to find it. Next up, I have my original PS1 right there, as you guys can see. Now, this PS1 is near and dear to my heart because I had this one since I was a kid. That is not the original controller, of course. I bought that controller a couple months back. But I have both models of the PS1. This one has the AV out in the back. Let me show you guys. The AV multi out. And the other one has the yellow, red, and white cable. Hook up right in the back. You can just hook it up like an old school like DVD player. So that was the other model. And I have both. And the other one I have is in the box, complete, with the manuals and everything. And I got that. I'll tell you guys when I get to it. Next up, I have my PS1 console. Very happy to have this, and this is still talked about to this day with the screen is one of the best LCD screens for a video game console. I don't care what nobody says. It's still argument and everyone still agrees. Usually this is the best, one of the best LCD screens, period, for game consoles. This one is my PS2 Slim. Has the screen. The screen is nothing compared to this one right there. Nothing at all. It's not even that good. It's okay to me. It's all right. It's not the best. There is my Wii U gamepad right there. And this NES top loader is near and dear to my heart because this is the original console I opened up for Christmas years ago. Now, you guys are probably wondering, where's the Dogbone controller? I have the Dogbone controller, my original one, but it does not work. So I have to go out in the wild and find another one or get the one I have repaired. And these top loaders are going for quite a bit right about now. Next up is one of my favorite consoles, my Retron 5. What can you say about the Retron 5? It plays a little bit of everything, and it looks amazing. If you guys don't got a Retron 5, please get one right now. Next up is a console I really don't play at all. It's the Sega Saturn. I only have one game for it. I have one game, and that is Virtua Fighter. I forgot which one it is, but Virtua Fighter is probably the first one. And I have it for Sega Saturn. Down there, you see my Sega Dreamcast system, one of my favorite consoles of all time. Next to it is my Wii. I did mod this Wii, so it does have like the homebrew channel. I have all the NES games on there, and I can back up all my Wii games, which is also good. And I always tell people it's a good thing, especially if you have kids, because how many times have you guys seen a Wii game out in the wild and it's all scratched up and beat up because it's mostly a kid's console and was never taken care of. So, very good console. Next up is my Sega Genesis Model 3. Look how dusty it is back here. That's so crazy. It's just, man, it gets so dusty in here. You never realize until you have a lot of black in the room. But nonetheless, here is my console section right here. And I have a few consoles coming up over here that I'm going to show you guys. This section right here, it's a little knickknacks. There's my Neo Geo X right there. There goes two knockoff PS1 controllers, as you guys can see. And this is my little DVD Blu-ray section right here. As you guys can see. Here we go. Moving right along. There is my PS4. I did a video on this PS4/PS3 racing wheel. Got that for free. I love freebies right there, man. I love getting free stuff. There's my power sub. My PS4 Pro. A few comics. I do not collect comics, but if I ever see any original Hulk comic books out, I get them. I'm a huge Incredible Hulk fan. There's my PS3 Slim right there, as you guys can see. There's my Xbox One. If you guys want to add me, go ahead and add me right there. Bam. Now moving down, we have my Halo Edition original Xbox. It works flawlessly. It's very clean. The back of it, you look in there, there's no dust. It's spick and span. Whoever had this before me took very good care of it, and I'm happy to always get consoles like that. And there is one of my arcade sticks. Now this arcade stick works for 360, Xbox One, PS4, PS3, and PC. So it's a very good fight stick right there. The only system it does not work for, surprisingly, is the Xbox One S. But it does work for my original Xbox One, which is very weird. But still a very good arcade stick to have. Moving along, we have some of my controllers. You guys can see some 360 controllers right there. Another Xbox One controller with the keyboard. PS4 keyboard with the original PS3. But that's not my original PS3 controller. My other original PS3 controller is on the side. I will show that. There's my little fan that keeps my receiver cool right there. So as soon as I see if I turn it off, it cuts off. See if I cut it on, it cuts back on. So I have it hooked up to my receiver to always keep that cool. There is my Turtle Beach headset. One of my favorite statues. You know, like I said, I'm a huge Incredible Hulk fan. And he's holding my phone right there. This is not a phone. A lot of people thought it was a phone. It just looks really good and it matches like it's a phone, but it's not. It's just a receiver and it goes to your cell phone if you don't want to hold the phone to your ear, which I don't like doing. There are some other headsets right there that I do not use. Now moving along, we're going to move up to the top. I see my Bart Simpson right there with the crusty hat on. Elite controller box, Xbox One S box, original Xbox One, Assassin's Creed Unity edition, but it's not even an edition. It just came with the 3 games right there. My Victor Von Doom, as you guys can see. And we're moving along to my 360 collection. Now, before I get into that, let me let you guys know, rewind, how many Xbox 360 games I have. Now, I have a total of 152 original Xbox 360 games. I use the app, I've talked about it before, CLZ Games. As you guys can see, sorry, excuse the cracked tablet, but it tells you everything and it narrows everything down for you. If you guys are a collector, get the CLZ game app, because you know what? Even though on top of my head I know exactly how many games I have, sometimes it does slip my mind and I say, oh, you know what? I do got this game. So it's very good to have an app like this to tell you what games you have. There are my son's shoes right there, his first pair of shoes. You guys can see. As you guys can tell, I'm a huge Xbox fan. People who know me know that. No hate against the PlayStation, but Xbox is winning right now in my opinion. I talked about that in several of my other videos. So there you go. A little overview of my 360 collection. There is a Sega Genesis Classic Game Console clone console down there. That is a portable Nintendo right there. And the screen is it's alright. Nothing special. A few of my fight sticks or arcade sticks. And that box right there is my Japanese Sega Dreamcast. I have a video on that. I will link it in the description if you guys want to check out that video. There's my Incredible Hulk chest box right there, as you guys can see. And there is my original Xbox One, as you guys can see. Oh, let me move this. Move this. There you go. And this is a skin that I put on there because the original casing always got scratched. Even when you weren't trying to scratch it, somehow, some way, it always got scratched. And people who might ask, why is this towel here? That's so the dust will not get in. Because this is a filter-based, not filter, but it keeps the console cool and dust still gets in there. And you guys know the fan for the Xbox One is underneath there. So I keep that towel right there so dust will not seep in. It's a very nice skin, if I might say so myself. I got it from Cali Games, so very awesome skin. This system is retired, officially retired. Next up, we're gonna move into my Xbox One collection. Let me go back to my trusty tablet, and I have 61 original Xbox One games, and that's, like I said, physical copy. So let me go into it right there. You guys can see some of them. There we go. All right, now I'm going to move into my favorite collection of them all. Everyone who's been following my page knows I'm a huge original Xbox fan. So here we go. And this is the biggest most games I have for any console. I have a total of 206 original Xbox games. So I'm going to do a little overview so you guys can see for yourself. And my goal, hopefully, this year is to continue collecting for it and building for it. Because you guys know the original Xbox is backwards compatible with the Xbox One. Now, they are slowly but surely releasing the backwards compatible games, but eventually they said most of the games will be backwards compatible. There is a original, well, it's not original, but it's a official Street Fighter Anniversary Edition arcade stick, and this works for PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and original Xbox right there. Very good fight stick to have in the collection. There is a gun right there, a boss battle for the original Xbox, for like House of the Dead and other games. And there are the rest of the original Xbox games I have in my collection right there, along with my Freddy Krueger glove. So now we're going to move on to PlayStation 4, and I have a total of 52 PlayStation 4 games. So I'm going to do a little overview. Some of my favorite games, Persona 5, definitely. I did have to say I like the Order, even though it's kind of quick. I really enjoyed the Order. The Killing Floor 2, I play a lot of that. You can check out a lot of those videos on my page if you're new. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, a lot of people don't like it, but I like it. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, one of my favorites, definitely. And there are the rest of them. Little knickknacks right here. There's my other PlayStation 4, which is retired because I'm using my Pro with the controller right there. That is my original PS3 controller. Bam. As you can see, My Sonic Mania Collector's Edition. The statue is inside of there. Next up, I'm going to move to my PS3 collection. And I have a total of 120 PS3 games. So let's start from the top. Here we go. Couple of my favorite games. Definitely Mafia 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, God of War 3, and another one of my favorite games that I think is slept on is Naughty Bear. People sleep on that game. That game was awesome to me. And down here we have a few of my PSP and PS Vita games, as you guys can see right there, along with Apollo Creed. There's my Vita and my original, not my original, but my PSP 3000 model right there, along with the Call of Duty Ghost Collector's Edition right there, along with a few other fight sticks. Now we're going to move along to, go from the bottom to the top. We're going to move along to the PS2 collection. Down there is nothing really. That's the box to my other arcade stick, the AV Switch box right there. And I have a total of 194 PS2 games. I think this is my biggest collection for sure. So here we go. Right here, now I have a few Japanese PS2 games that I'm starting to get into. There goes some right there. Eventually, I'm going to use the whole bottom that is empty for the rest of the PS2 games that I buy. So there we go. And last but not least, I'm going to move into my PlayStation 1 collection. And I have a total of 50 PlayStation 1 games. So let's move this. I have Biohazard 2. I have a few Japanese PS1 games as well. PS1 is just like the Nintendo when it comes to price range. PS1 games are going up a lot. I think they're going to be worth a lot of money in the future to come. And yeah, so let's check out the top really quick. There's my Donkey Kong bongos right there. There's my PlayStation 1 I was speaking about. That's complete in box right there. There's my PS3 Slim. The box is just the box. It's the box of the PlayStation 4. There's my Darkstalkers poster. My Street Fighter Akuma Ryu poster. Another Street Fighter 2 poster right there. There's my open sign, of course, my infamous open sign. Let's move along to my other Darkstalkers poster right there, and my Resident Evil Biohazard poster. So there it is, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Other thing I got, of course, is I'm running it off of my 7.1 surround sound system. Of course, there's my receiver. And so there are 7 speakers. There's 1, 2, there's 3, 4, 5 right there. You got 6 and 7. And yes, they all are on. And I'm running it with a power sub, smart power sub that I talked about in another video. And there's the power sub. It's a smart sub. And you guys see that it's red right there, right? So it's a smart sub because as soon as it's time for bass to hit, it will cut on. So if you're watching a documentary, of course you don't need bass to come on when it's a documentary. It's just dialogue. So if any bass that needs to hit, it cuts on instantly, and that red light right there turns blue and the bass hits. So I really love that. Because you don't need to have the bass going at all times. So I like that it's a smart sub. So here's another overview. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Just to give you guys a heads up, I am not sure. I want to say this because I don't want to just disappear and you don't hear from me. I am not 1000% sure I will continue. There are a lot of things that have been going on. Some people know about it in my who subscribe to me. Some people don't. I might make a video and talk about it. I have talked about it before. So let's hope to the future that I can continue collecting and I can keep doing these videos. I love you guys. I really appreciate the support. It's been overwhelming. I never thought I would make it this far, but nonetheless, I appreciate you guys. Here's another overlook right here. Some of the stuff. So let me know what you guys think. What was your favorite part of the game room tour? What would you guys like to hopefully see me do more in the future? I know somebody said walkthroughs and playthroughs. I will definitely take that into consideration if everything goes the way they are supposed to. All right, guys. Love you guys. Happy New Year again. Be safe. King Mike D Games over and out.